All right, welcome back to Captain of Industry. My name is Corporal Hobbs, and we are in episode 10 now. So some stuff happened in between episodes. Been working on the base, just letting research progress, as well as did some earthworks, as well as some other things. I spent a lot of time in between episodes building a all-in-one food and medical processor. So we'll see if we can do that today. Lay down that blueprint and get it set up. The other thing we're going to work on is I got all the research done for the previous tier, so we are up on the next one. So we'll look at that here in a moment and see what we want to start researching first in this new tier. The other thing I did, which you can see now, is I got the off-world map, the oil rig, up and running. So we have some oil coming in. We are waiting for... we used up all the oil in our reserve patch over on this island. So all the oil on this island is used. We did tap the next island that we built our bridge to in the last episode. So we are using that oil, and it is currently prioritized to use that oil over the oil that we bring in. So that will save us a little bit of unity because those oil rigs are pretty spendy to run and cost of workers. But let's jump in. So got all the research in, tier 2 done in between episodes. Sent the ship out with its upgraded abilities to start exploring the map so we can see. Went out pretty much as far as I could. Got a lot of these mines built. May use them, may not use them. But got the first level on a lot of them set up. That did unlock us some research. So we found sugarcane. What else were we looking for? Canola. Soybeans. Fruit. Yeah, we got a lot of those techs done, as well as I think we found radar 3. Yeah. So got the ship upgraded. Yeah, all the way up to bridge level 3. The extra fuel tanks on there. We started collecting some of the electronic 3s as well as electronic 2s. So we got a storage here for them, as well as a big storage for our construction parts that were inside of our shipyard. So here is our ship for oil out on the world map. Basically just comes in here to a balancer, so it tries to pull everything out equally. And then I got some fluid tanks here for storage, and then we have our pipe that runs up over to this balancer, and this balancer prioritizes the oil coming in this pipe from our oil on the second island. So let's go take a look at that. We did get the land bridge going across now, so kind of made the bridge obsolete. So we'll build a new bridge in this episode. We started using these stacker towers to start filling in this area automatically. So our project teams that are digging up everything have a priority to put their material for their trucks into this ore sorting plant. So we will have rock and dirt here, and we'll dump this down to, I think it's level 3, and then we'll go back over it with some dirt on the top of it, and this will turn into our farm area. But we did tap oil over here, but it's only 70,000 oil, so we'll go through that pretty quickly. Our tree harvester has done a pretty good job of knocking out all the trees on this side of our second island. We still have a bunch of trees here though. So plenty of work for the tree harvester. And then our tree farm is doing pretty well over here. We have some storage boxes, and their outputs using advanced logistics are to our construction parts, as well as our power station. Power, I did upgrade, so we have the low pressure turbines into the large generators, and I changed it around on the fuel, so it's going to try and burn biomass first. So burn biomass first, if it can. If it can't, then it will use wood. So we'll burn wood off, and then we'll use coal lastly. That way we are cutting down on our coal use for power. But this should be, I think, 30 megawatts. Yeah, 30 megawatts, and then we have 10 megawatts of backup power in our diesel generators over here. What else did I do between episodes? So upgraded power. Research has been upgraded to the next tier, so we can start working on that. And speaking of research, so let's look. So first thing we're going to get is conveyor belts Mark III. I think after that we'll do mega vehicles. After that, I think upgrading our glass making to the next level is going to be important. Once we are done with that, I think we'll jump up to CO2 recycling. And from there, could make a beeline for microchip production. We'll need gold if we are going to do that. But I think let's grab the next maintenance reducer. Then we'll get sugar and sausage. And then we'll get medical 2. Medical 3 is locked behind the next research. So yeah, we'll get those going. Space station is going to be a while. So let's knock out our microchip production. Once we are done with microchips, we are going to need to make 20 of them before we can do data centers. And then get into the next research. So after that, yeah, let's pick up the electrolyzer and the greenhouse. Vehicle management, I'm not too worried about. So let's do our cargo depots and our larger cargo or storages, and then larger cargo ships. And then we'll do hydrogen vehicles, diesel locomotive 2, hydrogen locomotive. Then our recycling edict. Finally, arc furnace 2. Then we'll pick up housing 4. We're not going to use it yet. We'll get nuclear started, and then vehicle management. And then we'll finish everything off with the space station. And then nuclear, yeah, we need to make a certain amount of nuclear waste. Yeah, this is where the game really opens up. So that will be our research priorities. So we'll unpause, take a look, see what if there's any issues. One thing I am trying out, I haven't really played with retaining walls too much. So I'm going to try and put these up here to keep anything from coming down into our settlement area. And I'm going to try doing some dumping up here and see how that works out. I'll dump it down to level 19 with rock or dirt, and then we'll put a final layer of dirt on the very top, is what I'm thinking. We got our amphibious vehicles paused for now. Let's see. One thing we can work on while we are waiting for research to progress is... Let's think about this. What should we work on? We are over on Unity, so we will turn on some research efficiency. Let us research stuff faster. It's gonna eat into our Unity a little bit. But we can run that for a little bit of time. It's gonna bump our research up to 38 each time. What do we want to work on? Let's look. Could start upgrading to Blast Furnace Mark II. It would double all of our productions. We would need to change our crushing around. The other thing we could work on is upgrading into a proper cement production, because these guys are only making 12 each at the moment, and with our construction machines here we are using more than that. We do have our stockpiles built up though. Yeah, and steel's no issue. Copper's keeping up just fine. Same with glass and silicon. Our refinery is doing its thing. We got fertilizer. We can start... the main project right now for the digging team is getting rid of this hill here, so we can expand out this way. Let's see. We could start moving our farms. That might be the best idea. So if we put down a farm over here, we will do them side by side. We'll have a pipe. How do I want to do this? Do I have... Okay, I do have my farm blueprints. So let's do farm blueprint. Way I don't have to reinvent the wheel here. We'll butt it up right as close as we pretty much can over here on this side. I don't want to do full greenhouses yet, so we'll go like that. Like that. That's our 4 farms that were over here replaced. Yeah, we'll need room over here. And yeah, not quite enough room yet to put down another set of farms, but we can get these built. What's in a collapse? Oh, this guy over here. Okay. I'll just move that support. Alright, so we'll get these farms built. We'll have our food stuff moved over here, which means we are going to need a pipe. Well, we'll let that progress for now. Yeah, we'll let trucks build that real quick. These guys are doing their thing. Oh, that's the other thing we can do. So while we're waiting on the trucks, let's put together a ore sorting plant. So we'll come over here. We'll look at using the big ore sorters. So we know we're always going to want rock and dirt. That's going to be a basic for any of them. And for storages, we are going to want some big storages. So these guys have a max throughput of 1800, I believe. Yeah, 1800 is their speed. One max level belt is 450. So if we divide that 1800, so 4 inputs is what we can support. So if we do rock, rock, dirt, dirt, so we go 1N, two N, can we there we go. So that should be 3 inputs. Could do a 4th rock one. Actually, yeah, if we do a 4th rock one right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 rock inputs. Then we do kind of the same thing. So we do dirt, dirt, dirt. So that would be 1, 2. I can't do that one. Two. Oh, that one won't work. Okay. Okay, so that's 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. I want these to be a little farther away though, so we have some room. So to do that, so something like that. Yeah, there we go. One, 2, 3. Yeah, it gets us 5 on dirt. Oh, you need another extension. So nice thing with these is you just put an extension on there and then it increases the area. and the hookups all remain the same, so we can just go straight across the top there. And then this guy needs one as well. We'll use that Unity. Research 51% done. Okay, I wasn't sure. Alright, so it looks like we went a little too far with that. So we'll get rid of this row here. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to fix that or not. We might just take those down once our project team is done and then have it fix those. Maybe. If it gives us issues. Let's see. So our farms are built. We'll need to bring water and... Well, we got water here. How much water do we have here? A good amount. So that should be able to provide water for our farms over there. And then we'll just need to bring fertilizer over. But let's get back to working on this. So let's go. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then whatever product that we want to filter out. Do 1. 2. 3 and 4. So right there. And then this one, we'll just set it as dirt. That way, nothing else comes out of there when we go to set the recipes. So we got, let's see, rock, dirt. There it is. And then this will be whatever recipe we decide to use. And looks like we can pull everything back by 1. So a little bit better. Do I want to change this around at all? Let's see. So I'll take a copy of that. Let's get rid of this. If we go straight in, straight in, straight in, straight in. So that gives me 2 that I could possibly back up there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Let's see, so that would be 1. That's 2 belts out there. Cuts off a space of 2. We're not limited to right there though. So we could go like that. Oops. 3. That's only one space removed though. Let's do a U-shaped conveyor. This one. Yeah, this one we'll get rid of. Let's see if we can't raise it up. There we go. Yeah, it only really gets rid of one extra space. Okay. Yeah. Which we could do the same just by going like that. Then we cut this out and go like that. Okay, so that gets us 4, 4, 4 all the way through. Yeah, we're pretty close on there. Okay, so I think that will be our ore sorting plant. And then next thing we want is a mine control tower. And I think we will just put that guy right here on the end. We don't ever want to do that stuff, so yeah, we'll just go like that. And then let's make a blueprint of that. Ore sorting Mark 1. And we can start upgrading these ore sorting plants. It looks like iron needs it the most at the moment. So if we put this guy down over here. How deep is that iron? It's not that deep. But do I want ore sorting right there? Or do we just do it over here closer? That one's pretty deep if we go to dig that one out. Okay, yeah, let's do this right here. And let's use some Unity where we can. Gotta be a little quick with this. Unity is low now. So we'll come back over here and I think we can turn it back down to 1. Should be good. Our pillars over here need to be flipped around. There we go. There we go. So over here, ore sorting. Vehicles are going to come in from that side. Could just make the vehicles drive around. So we do something. I want to give us some space away from iron. There we go. iron. And then we want export routes here, here, here. As well as you guys can bring stuff there if you need to. And then the other export route was to there. Or actually, no, we won't do that. I did forget that we need a second bucket though. In that case, yeah, we'll go like that. So import there. Get rid of these ones. So you can import, don't export. You can export but don't import. And we are going to do iron, iron, and iron. And reject single product loads. So we'll unpause that. And we gotta redo our area. So we'll go like that. And you guys prioritize iron. We'll leave one of them as empty so they can just clean up the mining site. We need to move this guy around again. There we go. All right. All of these are getting built. It does use up more people, but we got a good amount of population. Yeah, you guys are just waiting on this. There we go. And we got our big ore sorting plant now. Conveyor belts almost done. Okay. These guys we want to keep empty. We'll do priority 10 for them. Okay, perfect. Near accept assigned only. Stacker towers are doing their job. There we go. Unity is a little slow. What's going on? Is it food or health? Yeah, it looks like it's health. Air pollution is still pretty bad. Plus we got a bunch of edicts on. Okay. Got 2 pillars over here this time. Water resource getting low. We are, going through our water a little bit quicker. So moving over to these farms should help out with that issue. Let's see, where do we want to bring in our water? Probably right here. Which means we'll do a big storage. Actually, we'll just do a small storage tank for now. I'll go right there. This will be for water. No importing or exporting. This is strictly for the farms. I think I got water on the top. Yep. And yeah, we'll go like that. Upgrade this pipe. Okay, so that's water. We will bring in water from this pipe here. Pipe 5. There we go. We'll let the vehicles build you. Before that though, yeah, we'll get rid of this guy here. Put in our pipe balancer and priority out to the bottom. We'll upgrade this pipe here. And then put some more in over here for water pumps. Or groundwater pumps, yeah. So 48 each. 48 times 5. So 240. Get those built and get that pipe upgraded. Okay. No place to dump. Oh, did not think about that. Okay. We'll move these storage bins over. Thankfully, we can move stuff now. And then these just need to be copied to there. Okay, Unity, come on. There we go. So we should be able to export now for that. Water resources getting low. That's fine. Help a lot once we get these farms moved out of here. That pipe actually got buried. Okay. How is this stuff doing? Not too bad. Okay, yeah, this side is done here. Okay, and we got water. That's good. And all of these guys are working now. Okay, so we won't change anything. We'll just do potato vegetables for these guys. And how do we want to bring in this? Yeah, I'm thinking we do it right through here. What are we doing? Tier 2 pipe. So we'll go down this line right here. I think that should be enough room to for our food processor. So we'll go over like this. Yeah, eventually it will go up and over here. So yeah, we'll bring a goat pipe this way then. It should be far enough away that it won't get affected. And then we'll bring it down over here. And then let's go this way with it. And we'll go... I probably want to sneak on the right side of that water. So we'll go this way with it. There we go, up and over. And then go right there. And like that. Oh, wrong one. Not enough unity. Okay. What can we get rid of? Probably... we'll have to drop down our overloaded trucks then. Okay, water resource getting low. It's fine. Could not store everything and not enough unity. But we did get our upgraded belts. So we'll be able to put those to work. I probably don't need it right here at the moment. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything we need it for at the moment, but we have them. So mega vehicles are up next. And then we have this pipe done. Actually, what we should do is do a fertilizer 2 here. And then there we go. So we'll get that built, And then there's that. Actually, let's come out one with it just in case. And then we delete that. So we'll have some fertilizer. That's fine. We just ran all that fertilizer out and over. So we will take, pipe out this way. Drop that down, upgrade it. And then we can start moving all of our farms over. So we'll get rid of this pipe. We don't need it anymore. We'll empty out this tank. That will come over here. And we'll allow them to export from here just so it supports the tree farm. We don't need that much over here, so not too worried about it. Then for food storage, where should we put that at? Yeah, I think for now we'll just put it right over here. So we'll do one there. Oops, one there. There's that one. And that one. So this will be for vegetables. This one will be potatoes for now. I don't want them to import anything. Oh, you guys are done. Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's start prioritizing clearing out this area with you guys. And then project 2, you guys work on this side of the build. Okay, fertilizer 2, these guys should be running. Oh, what are we waiting on? Sulfur? Yeah, just not making enough sulfur. That's fine. Don't really need the fertilizer at the moment. We are working on mega vehicles. And already time to expand. Which means this guy's probably due for it as well. Alright, then let's upgrade our blueprint before I forget. So just go like that. Copy this guy over here. There's that. Get rid of this. And this. And that. Same with you and you. Instead, we will save it into the blueprint. So you. And reject single product loads. Then we save that, copy this over, paste that, and delete this guy. And there's that. Okay, so got that going. Ore sorting plant's doing its job. Steel is good. Yeah, these guys are barely running, 45%. Power's good. Copper's good. Glass is good. What we'll do... Yeah, we can't really turn this guy on because we need 24 here, so we would have to double all of our production. So we would need to double these guys. So let's see. So double. You need 32 now. You only make 24, so you need to double you. Electronics, we need 16. You make 24. And you need 12. So we'll have to double this guy as well. Paper, we need 16. You make 12. So we gotta double that as well. Electronics, we make 6. We need 8. So got to double that. Need 12. We make 12, so that's fine. And then we can unpause this guy. So we need to turn off probably our overloaded trucks and our fuel saver. And that should get us close to the unity that we need. Do we do maintenance reducer? How much maintenance are we using? 624. Yeah, we'll cut that down as well. Okay, fertilizer we are still good on. This is all done, so we will delete that, delete these pipes. Okay, so that's our fertilizer taken care of over here. We'll clean this up eventually. And let's see. Yep, we are ready to go over here. So we will pause these farms. We'll clear these guys out. Okay, so that's the farms taken care of, which means all the water pipes here can go away as well. And this guy as well, which means water. Let's copy this guy over here. We'll move water to here for the moment. Yeah, because I want our food build to be right here. Tucked up as close to the settlement as possible. They'll be somewhere, yeah, like right through here. Which water's going to be right in the way of that at the moment. So let's unpause that. We will get the pipe going. So we'll go right through here. There we go. And just to keep it clean, we'll come this way with it. And get rid of that. Okay, we'll unpause that pipe. We'll hold off on using Unity for it. Let's see. I think the trucks will finish it up pretty quick. We'll help them with that last part. Then we will get rid of this, this, and that. And we'll use the Unity to empty the tank. Here comes the trucks. Right. We don't need any of that going. How much water are we using in our settlement? 80. So that would just be 2 of our water things. So 9,200 water, we'll see if that goes up or down. Should start going back up now that we have the farms on something else. Speaking of that, we will unpause the farms. Okay. So there's that. The oil pipe, we need to move that. And this is a temporary pipe. It will be going away once oil's done. So we'll run this over to here. And we already have the mess right here, so I'll just run it this way. There we go. Unpause that pipe. Yeah, we'll let this pipe get built. Need to move. And before it yells at us again, we'll get the next one going. How's this guy over here? He can do another one as well. Okay. Once this pipe is built, we'll be able to take this pipe down, and then we can look at putting in our food processor. Got this stuff up here, that's good. Okay, that pipe is good. We'll go like that and then allow all this oil to drain out from here. If we do that, we should be able to see it. There we go. Okay. Almost done. Trucks are doing their thing. Yeah, digging team is working on this side of this hill. And okay, pipe is empty. So we'll go like that and then hook in this pipe. Gets the oil flowing again. Speaking of, we are low already. Okay, so that pipe's done. So let's pause right here. Okay, let's get our blueprint. So this is a food processor that I built. We are paused, perfect. Let's see. So I want to scoot it back some. Okay. Yeah, we are right up against water. All of our food products are going to be here, so we're going to have to bring it out to the left there. Okay. Let's probably as good as we are going to get it. Our farm inputs are here on this bottom right corner. So let's collision with pipe, must be the water pipe with pillar. Oh, it's over here on the output side, that's fine. Always fun working with these big blueprints. Yeah, we'll put it right there. Okay. Now, this stuff, we will get rid of it. We'll have to route it a different way. So, we'll get rid of all of that. The other thing I want to do is this blueprint is set up for Mark III pipes and belts. So let's go like this. Anything that is a Mark III belt, we want to drop it down to Mark II. So we'll replace all those belts. We don't need Mark III belts for now. All right. So this is a food processor build that I put together. I should have a link up in the corner. If I figure out how to do that on YouTube, that will take you to the video where I explain this in detail. But basically, general overview. All of our food product comes in here, so everything from our farm, we can support up to 6 lines or 6 lanes of belts, both flat and U-shape, or U-belt, yeah, U-shape conveyor belts. Comes through here, each item gets split off, so it starts with vegetable, then fruit, then potato, corn, soybean, wheat, canola, sugar, and poppy. All of those get sorted out here. It prioritizes to the large storages here in the middle. Everything down here on the bottom is waste or overfill or excess, and we'll have to do something with that. But let's start building this. So we will do 1 belt each through here. Actually, there's not really a good way of doing this. So we'll unpause all of those and that. All of these. These. Okay. These lifts we need. I don't really need them, but we'll get them built anyways. The different belt lines, we'll just cut it down to 1 each. The sorters, we'll pause the belts on the right side. We don't need those built at the moment. Okay. We will need pretty much all of this built, except for these over here. Actually, yeah, we don't need any of this stuff. Yeah, none of those. We will build pretty much, yeah, everything here in the middle. Yeah, might as well just build all of this stuff here. We'll hold off on the chicken farms though. Okay, so that's all of that. We'll get all of this unpaused. all of this stuff unpaused. And this stuff unpaused as well. And then we have our waste here. Okay, unpause all of those, unpause that. Yeah, we're not really saving much on part cost. Okay. Just a little bit. That guy too. Okay. So let those get built. We'll build 4 chicken farms for now. That should be plenty of chickens at the moment. Which means we'll need that built. This pipe, those. Okay. Should be everything. So it is going to take a little bit of time. But basically, it just goes through. We make tofu, bread, cake, sausages, which we don't have the research for yet, meat, snacks, and then this is our medical build. It will make medical 1, medical 2, and medical 3. There's probably a bunch of recipes in here that we don't have, but we'll get this built up real quick. And then our outputs are going to be right here. So we'll pull all these through over here, and then maybe we bring it out to this corner and then drop it down right here and just kind of do like a waterfall kind of thing where we have all the pipes come down and then we'll plug it in down here on the bottom. Or maybe we do this corner, because if we plug in right here, the vehicles might not be able to get through then. So yeah, maybe we come down on this corner. But we'll let the trucks build all of that. Our construction parts are being used up now. 3, 3, 2, 1. So we should... Okay, we got some bricks in reserve. So that should be fine. Health is low because I'm guessing there's a flu. Yeah, flu. Okay, well, that will definitely start the industry. Yeah, we used up a good amount of our construction parts. Yeah, gonna take some time to get this built. And let's see. Is there anything we wanted to do with the ship? Yeah, not really. How's our oil over here? Okay, fertilizer's building back up. Okay, farms are doing their thing. So this will be our hookup for the farm. So we'll just need to run pretty much a straight input out over here. That's why we are getting rid of this mountain. And then we also have, in between episodes, I had built this area up here to get access to gold. So we have this spot now. So we'll be able to start making gold when we get to that point. But once we have our food processor up, that's going to get all of this bonus unity for food. Yeah, so we'll get 0.15, 0.15. 0.25, 0.55. Yeah, because food won't show us. I think it tops out at like 5.5 unity. So that's how we'll get the unity to support us running some oil rigs. Let's see, how's our oil? 12,000 left. Research, we are almost up to mega vehicles. See, everybody is working on all the storage buckets. Yeah, each one of these cost how much? 60 to build for our construction 3s. Okay. So burning through research, almost to mega vehicles. Once we have that research unlocked, then we can unpause this and start making vehicle parts 3s. And then we'll get this upgraded, which I think it's just a direct upgrade. Could actually honestly move it over here so it's a little bit closer. Where's our diesel pipe? Diesel's over here. Just so our trucks don't have to transport diesel. Okay, mega vehicles. So we'll set our recipe over here, vehicle part 3s. Unpause that. That will start making us the vehicle parts that we need. This guy we can downgrade, but we can't upgrade. Okay. Like, cow, this guy's big. Let's move it over here. Yeah, let's go right here. We'll unpause this. We'll get that built. Then we need some storage boxes for all the different items, which I think we just bring it in from this side. And then we also need a pipe. Downgrade that. And then we'll just bring everything in from this side. So we will need vehicle parts, steel. What do we need for the big guys? Vehicle parts, rubber. Okay, so we'll do vehicle parts 3. Vehicle part 2s, vehicle part 1s. So vehicle part 1s, vehicle part 2s. Then we need steel and rubber. Let's get these hooked up first. So there's that one. There's that one. And that one. That means we can do one right here for steel. Actually, I think this guy we can actually go. You can't reach that one. Really? It's one farther out. There we go. Which means this guy. Let's go like that. Like that. And then we need rubber. So we'll do rubber. I think that's basically it, right? Yeah. Okay. And set our request. And these guys we will get rid of. Water, how are we doing? We are going back up. So don't need to worry about that. Food processor build is coming along. Our trucks are busy because it gave them a bunch of stuff to do. To help with that, we'll use whatever Unity we can. How are we doing over here? Rubber. Consumption. Yeah, all those belts. How's our rubber production? Let's see. Loose. Then we will need a flat belt right there. And we'll do kind of the same thing that we did over here. So it'll be something like that. Oh. Fluid connector. Let's go. Right through there. And like that. I don't want you guys bringing anything. Okay, so 24 and 24, so 48 rubber. That's working. We'll eat into our fertilizer production since we're going to be using more sulfur. So, got to be aware of that. Let's see. Yeah, everybody's working, so just gonna take time while we finish up these construction parts. Yeah, we're doing our research still, so research is keeping up. Okay, that gets us all the belts. Let's put these on higher priority. And quick remove, break, quick remove, break. Okay. No place to dump. That's fine. Yeah. Coal needs to get an upgrade as well for a new ore sorter. But I'll have to wait for now. It's not too important. We're still keeping up with all of our coal demands. We are still using wood for our power. Yeah, steel's keeping up just fine. Same with iron. How's our copper? Copper still keeping up, but it is getting a little low. But it looks like that's mostly a production. You guys are fine there. Alright, this is still being built. Yeah, I think the first trucks that will get upgraded will be our project team. So we will upgrade those guys to mega vehicles, which means we are also going to want a lot of these. Let's see how this is coming along. Yeah, a lot of these builds. Definitely overkill to try and do this all at once, but should be fine. There's that. Yeah, we'll make these highest priority. Yeah, he's about halfway through. And then we'll dump dirt across the very top. How's this working out? Yeah, dumping dirt is pretty loose, so it does go right up against our retaining wall. But hopefully it's not a problem. Low supply, fertilizer 2. It should be fine. We produce about 25%. So 50% on each of them, or for total. So about 18 fertilizer. How much are our farms using? Using 8 each. So 32 fertilizer. Okay. Okay, just waiting. What's the issue here? Output is full. No electronics because we need rubber. We'll make this a higher priority on the rubber supply. Yeah, using diesel and naphtha. Everything's good though. Yeah, we're running. Yeah, just waiting on those construction parts. Which they're using for building all these belts. I think we can trade for rubber, right? Oh, perfect. We could trade construction parts for rubber. Anything else? No, that's the only one. Okay. Oh, let's buy some rubber. Is burn through all those construction parts. All those construction ones. Which, yeah, we'll unpause this guy then. So start using some more steel, but we'll build those construction parts back up. Retaining wall is getting a little dangerous because they're dumping all the dirt right here. Maybe what we do is tell them only dump rock. So that should be, oops. Yeah, this area. So only dump rock. That should help out. I don't think it will collapse. I think it will be fine, but we'll see. Thankfully, even if it does collapse, there's nothing around it, so it shouldn't cause any issues. We'll just need to use our project team over here to clean up the mess. Let's see. Everything's coming along. Yeah, medical is going to take some time. Same with the chicken farms and all of these big things. Okay, put that as urgent so they send supplies there first. Construction parts there. Anything else? Okay, yeah, steel's getting brought in. Okay, dumping trash. Alright, well, I think I will leave the episode here. So we started building out the food processor, so we'll get that going in the next episode. We got our ore sorting plant upgraded. We are into the next tier of research, so progressing on there. And we are going to run out of oil soon over there. But I'll get this built in between episodes. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.